Okay, here we are again. I am back this time with another story about traditions. This one, I'll give you a hint. What do you think might be in our story for this one? If you said origami, you might be right. Look at the picture. I am predicting that this one is about origami because I see a little girl with an umbrella and she's protecting all of these little origami animals that are in the background. How is origami a tradition? Maybe we'll find out in this story. I'll also add another story at some point, probably after I get to go back to my classroom and find it in my room, about another little girl in a realistic fiction story that is about making paper animals called origami. So this one says, remember our question for the week is, what traditions do you know about? And we're going to read about a family tradition that helps a little girl make friends. And it's called Lissy's Friends by Grace Lynn. Lizzie was the new girl at school. I know how Lizzie feels. I've been the new girl at school before. Here you are learning all new kids in a new school. It can be a little scary, even if the people that are at your new school are nice. You don't know them yet, so it can be a little frightening. Nobody talked to her. Oh, it can also be a little bit lonely. Nobody smiled at her. I wonder if they were so busy talking to their friends that they didn't think about, oh, she's new. Maybe she needs someone to talk to. At the playground, Lizzie stood on the merry-go-round by herself. Because Lizzie ate lunch alone, she was finished before lunchtime was over. Since she didn't have anything else to do, Lizzie took the lunch menu in front of her and began to fold it. Soon she made a little paper crane, just like the one I've been showing you, but I think hers was a little bit bigger. Hello, Lizzie said to the paper crane. I will call you Menu, and you will be my friend. And to her surprise, Menu opened its eyes and blinked at her. Menu looked to the right, then the left, and fluttered up with its paper wings. The rest of the day, Lizzie smiled a secret smile. Where did Lizzie put her friend Menu? Can you see it? There's a clue in the picture. Did you make any friends in school today? Mommy asked when Lizzie came home. Well, Lizzie said, patting Menu in her pocket. I did make one friend. Good, Mommy said. I'm sure you'll make more tomorrow. And she did. The next day, Lizzie made lots of friends. What kind of friends did she make? I don't see any people playing with Lizzie, but I see, oh, there's another kind of bird. That one looks like an owl. That one looks like a rabbit. And it looks like she's folding another paper into a different animal. Her friends went with her everywhere. Oh, look, there's a giraffe in this one. She has them all out when she's sitting on the bus. She's got them with her at her desk. She's reading to her little paper animals. And Lizzie was never alone. Look how many she made now. One day, Lizzie heard a group of kids laughing as they went down the street. They stopped at one house, then another, but they didn't stop at Lizzie's. Lizzie, Mom called from downstairs, why don't you go with your friends to the playground? I think they are all headed that way. Lizzie looked at her paper friends. Yes, she said, let's go to the playground. Lizzie led her friends down the street and to the playground. We'll ride the merry-go-round first, she told them. Then we can all ride together. So all the paper animals crowded onto the merry-go-round, and Lizzie began to push it. Round and round Lizzie pushed. She ran so hard, she didn't see that her friends were having a difficult time staying on. Oh, look, she made my favorite animal, the elephant. Can you see your favorite animal in the picture? Sometimes we use the pictures to get clues. Look at the background where the sky is. What do you think that the illustrator is trying to show us by having the little swirls? Swoosh, the paper giraffe flew. Then the paper elephant and the rabbit. A strong wind caught them and carried them up into the sky. When Lizzie jumped on, the merry-go-round was empty. She looked up and saw her paper friends flying away. No, come back, Lizzie cried, but they couldn't. No more friends, Lizzie said. She sat down on the merry-go-round and covered her face with her hands. Can you imagine how she felt? What do you think you would feel if you had a bunch of imaginary friends? Either it could be your stuffed animals and they get lost, or it could be drawings that you made, or think about the Toy Story with Forky. How do you think the little girl would have felt if Forky got lost? Hey, is this yours? A voice said. Lizzie looked up. There was a girl holding a paper crane. Menu! It's neat, the girl said. Did you make it? Lizzie looked at the girl. She was smiling at her. Lizzie nodded. Can you show me how? The girl asked. I'm Paige. Paige came over to Lizzie's house, and Lizzie showed her how to make a paper crane. Then they made a paper fox and dragonfly. They talked and laughed. And the next day, Paige pushed Lizzie on the merry-go-round with lots and lots of friends. So how did the paper crane and the other paper animals help Lizzie make real people friends? I'm going to have to go back to the last page just a minute. It looks like my computer didn't want to load this whole page correctly. And I want to make sure that you get the whole story. There we go. Dear Lizzie, we hope you are doing well. We are having fun traveling the world. We miss you, your friends. P.S. Tell Menu hi. Wait a minute. Who was that postcard from? Where are the other animals that Lizzie made? Can you tell by looking at the picture? This place is called the Eiffel Tower. Maybe your family can help you find the Eiffel Tower or where it belongs on a big map. I wonder what country it's in. So this tells us a little bit about the author, and it says when Grace was a child, she wanted to read books that that made her feel like she belonged. Now she writes books that encourage kids to be proud of their culture and that help others appreciate Asian traditions. She likes to write the stories and make the art. That means she's our author and our illustrator. So the purpose for her to write this story was to write about the tradition of making origami. Draw a picture of something that is a tradition in your family and tell about your drawing. That can be another one of your challenge activities on our choice board. I hope you have fun with that choice activity, and I can't wait to see what ideas you guys might come up with. Have a good afternoon.